25 soap spoilers, Coronation Street child abuse horror, huge EastEnders twist, Emmerdale Tom Waterhouse secret and Hollyoaks death attack. We moan and moan when a soap storyline drags on, but sometimes the waiting game really pays off as big stories finally come to the boil. EastEnders fans won't be disappointed when the James Willmott-Brown saga explodes in coming scenes, while Emmerdale fans get big drama too as Robert Sugden's plotting against the Whites finally explodes. In Hollyoaks, Nightingale finally gets his long-awaited comeuppance, but as for the Pat Phelan saga in Coronation Street, there is still a ways to go as he turns the screw on Gary Windass. But it's going to be an exciting journey packed with more twists and turmoil than when we finally come to write about the payoff. It will be even more exciting than he can imagine. Back to more imminent spoilers, and our guide also covers A Daughter in Danger, the debut of a Hollywood star, a double exit decision, a vicious attack, a horrifying allegation, a death reveal, a potential affair, a horrifying discovery, a new romance, a surprise arrival, a difficult decision, an act of revenge, a surprise kiss, a scrapping Santa, and a medical risk. Always plenty going on, right? Here goes. Coronation Street. 1. Mary enjoys spending time with George, but when he is later taken ill again, Angie and Jude's suspicions rise even further, and Mary finds herself accused of hurting her own grandson. She then makes the situation worse when she turns up at the hospital to see him, and Angie takes drastic action to keep her away. 2. Todd determines to put Billy's mind at rest over the car crash, but then makes the staggering discovery that someone died. As Billy is left horrified by the news of who the victim was, he meets up with his old mate Gareth and suggests that they confess. But when Gareth makes it clear that this can't happen, how else can Billy make amends? 3. Kate remains too hurt by Rana's marriage to stick around and announces her decision to move to Spain with Johnny and Jenny. Later, Kate and Rana end up stranded while on a food van delivery, and as they talk, Kate sees Rana's turmoil in a new and more sympathetic light. 4. Gary is horrified when Faye starts to question Anna's innocence over Seb and reveals to her that Phelan raped Anna and is now trying to frame her. Meanwhile, Phelan makes more threats to ensure that Gary makes contact with Nicola. 5. After reaching out to Nicola, Gary makes a decision about what he has to do, and he informs Sarah that he is going to have to return to the Ukraine to carry out one last job. Sarah presents him with a St. Christopher and makes him promise to stay safe. 6. Gemma is giddy when Henry tracks her down with her sparkling shoe, and the pair enjoy a date in the Rovers. Liz later tells Gemma that Henry is heir to the Newton and Ridley fortune, but Rita advises Gemma that she may be out of his league. EastEnders 7. Lauren has discovered the plans of Wayland and Go, and Willmott-Brown urges Max to silence her for good. When Lauren makes it clear that she plans to expose everything, how far will Max be forced to go to stop her in her tracks? 8. Phil is delighted when his old cellmate Aidan arrives in Walford, but when he later sees him chatting with Vincent, he learns that they are working on a job together. Feeling left out, Phil makes it clear that he wants to be involved. 9. Woody is offered a job running a bar in Spain, and Whitney is excited at the prospect of an exotic new start. As the Carters throw a party for the departing pair, Whitney says her goodbyes and makes a final gesture to the Carters. 10. Ben continues to reject Luke, even when he presents him with a brand new sports car, and, seething at being rejected, Luke snaps and launches a violent attack on Ben. Ben tries to fight back but ends up coming off worse, but how bad is the beating? 11. Linda is worried for the future of her marriage as her old fears return, and she and Mick are thrown into turmoil. Can they work out their issues? Meanwhile, the Carters finally raise the cash that they need to save the Vic and give the good news to Phil. 12. Willmott-Brown makes huge plans for the night, and he, Max and Chairman Hugo raise a glass to what they are about to do. As Carmel gathers everyone at the Vic, convinced that Max is going to propose, the community is in for one heck of a shock. Emmerdale. 13. When baby Seb goes missing and Rebecca misjudges Robert, she is forced to blurt out to Lawrence and Chrissy that he had been scamming the family. As Chrissy and Rebecca then make the discovery that Robert seduced Lawrence, he is out on his ear for good. 14. Tom is being evasive around Debbie, and this makes her confront her about how committed he is to their relationship. He promises that he is fully dedicated, but then Charity has some big news for Debbie about her boyfriend. 15. Dee Dee has arrived in the village and Bernice keeps up the act that she is rich and lavishes her with expensive breakfasts and gifts. As she sees how well Dee Dee and Gabby are getting on, Bernice keeps up the charade and makes her situation even worse. 16. Robert drops another staggering bombshell on the Whites and the subsequent showdown leaves him injured. Aaron agrees to take Robert in at the mill, where Robert opens up about everything that has happened, but Liv is less than impressed to have him around. 17. The Dingles continue their fight back against Morris, but when Zach and Sam stand up to property surveyors, Lisa worries that the violence won't solve anything. When Morris then makes an offer, is Lisa about to betray her family? 18. With Brenda gutted that Bob forgot about her birthday, he decides to pull out all of the stops to ensure she has a treat to remember, and he books a Tom Jones tribute act. But when this falls through, what will Bob do to fix things? Hollyoaks. 19. Mac has an array of showdowns at Nita's funeral with the likes of Hunter, Sally, Marnie and Lisa, and someone is baying for his blood. When he is attacked, the build-up to his injury is told across a week of tense episodes, but who will be revealed as the person who tries to kill him? 20. Cleo learns that Lisa and Mac were having an affair in the run-up to Nathan's death and is staggered by what she has learned. Determined to hit Lisa where it hurts, she seduces Brody and spends the night with him to upset Lisa. 21. Dirk is worried for Holly when she freaks out after a kiss with Damon and vows to watch from afar. But Damon takes badly to this, leading to a scuffle with sees Dirk, dressed as Santa, push him into a Christmas tree. 22. Sparks fly between Myra and Sally after a tense week and they grow closer, leading to them sharing a kiss. But while Sally's hopes of a relationship are raised, is Myra so sure? Casualty 23. Connie is determined to continue at work, even though her treatment is taking its toll, and she is glad of Charlie's support. But when Ethan points out that her chemotherapy creates a risk of infection, will she make a decision? 24. The new coffee shop staff member Polly catches Max's eye and he feels ready to re-enter the dating game. However, when he makes a series of mistakes, he starts to give up hope. Will he bite the bullet and ask Polly out? 25. Ethan fears he has messed up when he is late for his practical consultancy exams. Can he get things back on track?